Well, another good morning to you all. We're now into second part of September, and we still have tons of work to do. Now you'll see that my money has gone up substantially, and that is from doing 3 fields. So what I can show you guys, now that we are all done, we tackled field 15 and 16, and we also tackled 3, and I didn't show you all of them. Sorry, not 3, 10. That was my bad. I did not show you guys all of them, but let's just say we tackled a bunch of fields and we combined them all, and so the payout was really good. But we have more contracts on the go, and what we're looking at is field 15 and 16 both need fertilizing. Now the thing is, they are going to have to be sprayed because I don't have anything that'll pull a big fertilized wagon, like a solid fertilizer, and I also don't have any manure as of yet. So I guess the first order of business is going to be to go find ourselves a sprayer, and that's what we're going to start the episode off with. Now I looked through my mods and I tried finding a nice sprayer that would fit for our tiny little tractors, and you can see this one here. This thing is about 1.5 tons heavy. It's good for 24 meters, fairly pricey. And then you got some that are quite a bit heavier. They have much bigger capacity, but also very, very pricey. And so I went ahead and I looked at what else we could find, and I found 2 here. These are both 3-point sprayers, both 8 meters. This one with the barrel holds 300 liters, and this yellow and red one holds 400 liters, and it asks for 30 horsepower, whereas this one doesn't ask for anything. So you have, yeah, just a very, very basic, straightforward tank with wings on the back, hooks up to your 3-point, and the lance height, it just adjusts how high these wings come. So you can see as I keep switching through, the wing height changes, and you can change the color of your frame as well. We have this one here, and the only thing we can really change here is the tank color. I think the yellow's fine. This one will fold together to the back, whereas the other one folds up to the top. Is one better than the other? Not really, other than the fact this one holds 100 liters more. Other than that, I think they're pretty well identical, you know, same width and everything. So we need to make a choice. We getting the very, very base one, or are we getting one that's a little more modern? And price is so nearly the same, but I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, we go get this one, because it is kind of the smallest one we can get, and it makes sense to put the smallest on the smallest tractors in the game. So that's what I'm feeling like we should be doing. We do have plenty of money, and we do need a sprayer, so we are going to go ahead and buy. We'll be using the sprayer a fair bit yet on our own fields and everything, so I don't think that this should be a bad purchase. So here it is. That is the sprayer. Now question is, will my tractor be able to hold it once it's fully filled up? And I honestly don't even know where I would fill this up. Like, there's no tank or anything, so what I'm going to have to do, I am going to have to buy one of these pallets and get some liquid fertilizer. There's 2 different kinds here, same price, same liters, doesn't really make any difference from one to the other. I've seen the brand Cortiva before, so I'm just gonna go ahead and buy this one. There we go. And what we're going to do, we want to see, actually, can I Can I lower the sprayer a little bit? I know you shouldn't do this with your sprayer. It's probably very hurtful. But I want to see if I can push that off into the parking lot a little bit. Just to get it off of the main yard. If I can bring it right in that parking stall, that would be amazing. And then we'll keep it there for now, and whenever we gotta go refill, we can just come back to the store. Okay. Now, we should be good to refill from here. And 300 liters is full already. And remember, that tote's got 2,000 liters. So we should be good for a while yet. And lift up sprayer. I am not seeing a lot of bucking going on. I'm gonna try just as a test. I want to see if we can get this thing to do a wheelie. I think it backs too slow to really do anything. And then unfolding it, yeah, it's just a simple wing mechanism with cables. Pretty darn straightforward. Right on. Okay, this tractor goes over to field 15 and 16. We've got work for it, and then we have to do a couple of other little fun projects. So yeah, stick around. Now, you guys will remember in my previous episode, I was very impressed with the Farmall M. It would be this one right here. I was very thrilled by the power that this had and the speed. So, you know, I talked about buying one just to get us going a little further up the chain, and I think today is the day we go and buy one. So what I'm aiming for right now is the Super M, which is 51 horsepower, kind of at the top of the class with the M series. And let's see what we can do with this. You can get the tricycle, but I'm not going for the tricycle. I really want to have that wide axle, but I am going to have wheel weights. Obviously we want mud guards, those clamshell fenders, front attacher, as well as 3-point link, or you can have both, and I do want both. And this is going to be the first time we're going to be able to have a loader. So I am going to add that. I know the loader, the quickie loader, is going to look very out of place here, but I have plans, and so I figure it's about time we got the loader on there as well. And then you can choose either a white or a red, and I don't want the white. I think it looks terrible. So in total, this tractor comes to about 23,500, and yes, we're gonna buy that, guys. This is tractor number 3 for us. This is absolutely amazing, and I'm feeling like this one here, the 460 here, is probably our next in line. Like, look at this gorgeous thing. And you can have the wide axle or the tricycles, and I'm gonna probably pick the wide axle just because it gives it that beefy look, right? But yeah, that's for next time. So here it is. There's the Super M in all of its glory. You can see it has a big loader brackets built right onto the frame. It has the side pulley there, which we'll probably never ever use. We got the 3-point linkage, we got the PTO, single service hydraulics. Very nice, very, very cool. Looks very, very similar to the H in build, just a little bit bigger and heavier. We do want to get a loader for this, and that's probably what we should try to do first, is get a quickie loader. And there's a couple different kinds here, right? But the ones we're really looking for is going to be like the smallest one. We want the Q3M. And I know this is going to look so out of place from what we're used to seeing, but it is unfortunately what it is. And I don't want the black because I feel like that does not... Yeah, there we go. More red. Too much black looks too new. It's too modern. And we will buy this. Thank you. And if you have a loader, it means you have to have at least a fork, right? It's got to be at least a bale fork, and thankfully they're quite reasonably priced. And I like to get mine with the the tension belt support, just because you can tie them down on your trailer a lot better. So we got a bunch of different options here, and I'm going for the bale spike because we're doing baling, right? Without decals, great. Main color, this here can be great too. There you go. Yeah, we're not looking for anything fancy. We don't need any fancy reds or whatever. There we are. We will purchase that thing as well. Alright, moment of honesty here. First off, that loader looks enormous compared to this tractor. It is very poorly fitted. It does not look at all proper to this tractor, but that's okay. We won't worry too much. We'll be using this in no time anyway. I did have a second reason for getting a loader and getting the Super M with the 51 horsepower, and that comes down to baling. You can see there's a contract right here, and it's asking to make bales on field number 5, which is right beside mine. Unfortunately, in this case, I have to make silage bales, and I don't think my tractor is, well, I don't think that there's a baler that can bale with only 50 horsepower. Like, the smallest round baler is 100 horsepower, and there's going to be places and times where we're going to be able to bale with a square baler, and when that time comes, I want to buy this Massey Ferguson. Like, this is it's got the pickup right in the center, which is awesome. You can drive straight over the rows, makes it so much easier, and these bales can be picked up with the John Deere hay wagon, which is awesome. It is absolutely cool. So unfortunately for now, we will not be doing a baling episode. It's going to be more spraying for today, but that's okay. This is something to look forward to. Putting a brand new Massey Ferguson on a Farmall tractor, like, how hilarious isn't that? But yeah, we'll bring this tractor on back to the yard with its implements and whatnot, and then let's see if we can get back into the spraying here. We're at field 16, and since they needed something sprayed, we're giving them something sprayed. There you go. That kind of looks cool. This is going to take quite a while before we're done these fields. As you can see, they are significantly big for a small sprayer with only 8-meter width, and the tractor's only doing 9 clicks an hour. So it'll take a little bit, but that's okay. That is perfectly fine. We can go do other stuff in between, or we can just wait this out. And the nice thing is, as soon as we're done this field, the one right behind us, the one that's all green, we will be fertilizing there as well. I did just get a notification that my sprayer was empty, and so I went and picked up the tote, and I'm headed off to the field right now to refill that sprayer. Now, if you're wondering how the heck I got that on the back of the 3-point, what you're seeing is it's a bale spear. I figure if we're doing baling business anyway, for the most part, it only stands to reason that we would have bale spears of all kinds. And so this is one that picks up 2 round bales at a time, and you can use it as a counterweight, and surprisingly enough, it'll also carry a tote, one of these IBC totes. So that's what we're doing right now. We're just whipping along, and we're going to go to the field, and it's just straight ahead. We got a little ways to go, but it'll be there before too long. And we're going to go refill that sprayer, and then off we go and doing our own thing again. One of the things I was also going to purchase for our baling is this bale wagon. So you can see we got the John Deere here, and we will be getting that John Deere eventually, but I do want to get this one too. And you can see we can have backboards to it or not, or just a flat deck. There you go, there's your barriers. I think that's nice. Supports or not. Supports are just these bars on the bottom, and I think the supports look good. And then we'll probably paint it all up and make it look good. But for now, I gotta check to make sure my tractor is actually driving where I want it to go. You have to be a little bit cautious when you're sending someone out to go deliver some fertilizer, right? But yeah, it's gonna be a little bit yet before we're done this field. That spraying is not very wide, is it? We've done a couple passes from the look of it. But it's gonna be a little bit before we're done, but it's okay. I have some stuff I need to show you guys, or that I do want to show you guys. And it's gonna be some passive income that we're going to be working on. So that's very exciting. Just stick around. We're just gonna fill this guy up here with some more fertilizer, and then we'll start doing our thing again. Alright, here we are. And doesn't it look nice? You know, I don't know if you guys are a sucker for classic tractors like I am, but just seeing two Farmalls sitting together on a field, this thing dirty as all get out, there's just something cool about it. Alright, we'll let that guy go on and do his thing. I think for the most part this tractor can just sit here. I don't need it to do anything just right now, so I can sit here and hold the tote for a bit. But yes, we were talking about that hay wagon, and I have not forgotten about it. By the way, this wagon is terribly heavy. I'll probably end up selling this one. It just seemed like even if I had higher horsepower tractors on this thing, the frame or something is so terribly heavy that my tractors can barely pull it. So I'm going to be looking into getting some other wagons that will be a little easier to work with, and probably just as much capacity, if not better. Here you see those spears that I had purchased for the tractor on the 3-point. But anyway, the order of business is this wagon here. So we can get new boards, or we can get metal plate, or old weathered boards. And I'm a real sucker for the old boards. Gives it that real vibe to it, right? And I do want to have the guards in place. I do want to have the supports. Now with the colors, I don't know for sure what is what. So I'm just taking a gander at this. Ooh, that's a dusty old red, isn't it? Maybe red number 10? Ooh, that's not bad. Not bad at all. How about red number 4? That's better. Much, much better. Okay, and then we have some other colors somewhere. I'm failing to see where it is. And just in case we can't see it, I'm going to turn it blue. Oh, it's the hubcaps. Hubcaps. Alright. You know what? Let's bring them to number 4, red. Perfect. You know what? I'm liking that. That is nice. That's a nice old wagon. And you know what? We can put our totes on here. We can haul a lot of different stuff on here, I'm sure. I haven't even checked to see if it's tension belt support or not, but I have to imagine it would be if they're hauling bales with it. So yes, 9,500. Absolutely will buy this. Thank you so much. This hay wagon we will not be buying at the moment. We're going to hang tight on that one. And we have a couple other things we need to take care of first here. So check this out. I am planning on having animals on this farm. As you can tell, we have so many pens we need to put animals into, and I believe those are all for cows, right? So I figure eventually the plan is going to be to convert field number 6 into a bunch of different barnyards, and we'll probably end up buying field number 5 to make hay, but that is a little bit in the future. For now, I'm going to use this little patch of grass if I can, and this is just me thinking right now, thinking out loud, right? And we need to make a little bit of money, and we need to make money cheap way. What better way than with bees? So you can see we can get, you know, a single hive. We can get a stack like that. It's still a single hive, but it's got 2 deep supers and 2 medium supers. And you got an elongated, it's probably a ward hive, if I would imagine. And we got 10 Langstroths. We got an even bigger one, 33 Langstroths. And then we have the pallet location and the 4x. So we got a bunch of different sizes. And the one I really like is this 132 Langstroth. Now this thing is a monster. It's a whole shed, right? And for the price of it, like, why would I not? So 132 hives in it, right? And with the hives, we're also going to have better yields, right? And so for 25,000, we can get that 132. What was this next one in line? Yeah, 19,000 only gives us 33. Oh yeah, this Red Barn one is by far a huge asset, by far. In fact, I could probably put 2 down and it would be well worth my while. But for now, I'm thinking I'm going to slap one down right there. Do we do 2? Do we tempt fate and do 2? No. What we're going to do instead, we're going to get this this little shed. And this is this shed is where all of the pallets are going to show up, and I do believe it should work like that. Only one allowed per farm. So there we go. So now, hopefully you guys aren't too afraid of bees. I apologize if any of you start to freak out or start to feel uncomfortable when I get near to the hives. Don't worry, they're not going to sting me. But they do have some pretty darn realistic buzzing noises here. Let's take a listen. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I also have taken care of bees. 300 meters, get honey at pallet location, yes. Yes, I used to have my own beehives, and so I very much enjoyed having my bees. I think that they're very fascinating creatures, and I look forward to making a little bit of money with the honey we have here. Not sure where I'm going to sell it, but we'll figure that out. We shall figure that out. And all the pallets of honey are going to show up in this shed here. You know, for a second I forgot about my hay wagon, but here we are. I brought the H just to bring it on back. I was going to see. Yeah, I got the Super H here, and it looks like it does have tension belt support. That's awesome, because that means we can load our you know, fertilizer tanks or whatever else we'll have. It should all be able to be loaded on here. Everything so far. That's really great. I am looking forward to that. Here we see a fine example of this wagon already proving its usefulness. We've picked up another tote of fertilizer because I know we'll need it for the next field, and we have a set of bale forks I just picked up. And so yeah, there you go. I think that the tractor will, or sorry, the wagon is going to prove very, very useful, not just for baling but also for toting off general purpose items. And with that being said, I think I'm going to be toting this on off to the field so that our sprayer can keep going. There is still some left in the tote, but I have a feeling that before too long they're going to need a refill. And that's where this wagon is coming in right handy. And look at that, we actually have good speed going on this wagon. That is awesome. We just finished our field 16. You can see it's no longer flashing. And there it is. But I think that is a good time to hang up the hat. I'm going to still do field 15 kind of on my own there. This green field you see off to my right. But we've seen it once, we don't need to see it again in this episode. So with that being said, I think it's a good time to close the episode. Thank you to everyone who watched. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that. And if you guys are new to the channel, I see there's a lot of new subscribers. Feel free to leave a comment below. Feel free to leave a like on the video if you so feel inclined to do. And if you guys are new to the entire series, welcome. And subscribe so you can follow along. There's definitely a lot more growing to do. We gotta move from these tiny little Farmalls up to some of the biggest tractors that Case has to offer, so definitely lots to look forward to. Please, if you can, stick around. Let's do things big here. Alright guys, take care.